What's going on, everybody? This is Mattdoesfitness, and what do a banana and a helicopter have in common? Neither of them are a police officer. Hello and welcome to another video, and as you probably guessed from the title, it is battle time. This is my battle plan. Basically, I have joined, we're called the Roman Army. We kind of reenact battles. So basically next week, I'm going over to Sicily, and we're just going to reenact a couple of big battles. And this is my plan, you know, things like what sandals do I buy, what kind of length toga do I want chainmail, do I want the kind of golden armor, what kind of sword do I want, you know, just those kind of things basically. Jokes. Of course, if you were unaware, I am competing very, very soon. So I've just finished a deadlift session. That's pretty much my hard stuff done leading up to before I compete. So I'm not going to do any more hard sessions, I don't think. So I thought now would be a good time to talk about my plan going into the meet, my openers, all that kind of stuff, because I think some people kind of some people set their openers and they plan really, really far in advance. And for me personally, you know, my lifts change all the time. Obviously, I've had a lot of progression recently, so I thought it wouldn't make sense to plan until right up at the last minute till I know kind of how I'm feeling and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, sorry. So, if you're unaware, I have done one powerlifting meet before. That was last November. I'll put the link to that video in the description. It's pretty freaking good. I was really pleased with it. I was kind of bordering between satisfied and pleased. Like, the squat went brilliantly, like much better than I could have expected. I smashed the PR. Bench press was fairly solid. Deadlift was awful, but you know, just go and watch it and you see what happens. This coming up now is going to be my second ever powerlifting meet. So it's on Sunday the 21st. It's in Woking. It's just like a regional. I think it's like a Kent, Sussex, Essex, or whatever, a regional meet. So it's not a big meet, but I'm super excited. Yeah, I've only done one powerlifting meet before, and it was freaking awesome. I had such a good time. Everyone there was so cool. It was a massive, massive learning experience. Like, I can't stress enough how much I learned from that, and how much I now know going into my meet compared to that last one. So that was you know, invaluable basically. But yeah. Obviously, I've got the British Champs in October. That is, you know, obviously the big one. That is the kind of the outstanding meet of the year. But this I thought would be a nice chance to kind of keep me going, get me back in that competition kind of frame of mind. Just give me a chance to have another good time. Hopefully, set some PRs. And you know, basically smashed my meet PRs, because compared to where I was in November, I've come on quite a lot. So, without further ado, get on to the openers. I literally, like I said, I wanted to leave it to the last minute because I didn't want to decide and then get a lot stronger or whatever. So literally on the car, in the car on the way back from the gym just now, I've kind of settled on what I want to do. I brought my trusty telecommunications device with me, so I can try and convert the kilos into pounds for the Americans slash lazy slash backwards amongst you. So squat. My plan for the squat is to open with 230 kilograms, which is 507 pounds. So that will be a massive meet PR. Obviously, I've got a lot more there. It's just kind of a number which, with my squat, I feel like I'm happy to take fairly big jumps. I'm thinking ideally I would like to hit something good within 2 attempts to start, because last time I was really tired, fatigued by the time I got to the deadlift. So the plan is to open with 507 and then literally see how I feel. If that flies up and it feels really good, then I'll probably go for 255 on the next attempt, which would be 562 pounds, which would be a big PR. I'll be delighted with it. If it's not so good, then I'll probably come in at 250 kilos, which is 550 pounds for my second attempt. But yeah, ideally I'd like to have that done and dusted within 2 attempts, just to save me for the deadlift. Okay, moving on to my bench press. Bench press, this is kind of, I've been thinking about this quite a lot, because the issue I have is obviously when you compete, it's very different. Like, the pause can be quite long, the setup, everything just feels a little bit different compared to benching in the gym. So my plan is relatively conservative. I'm going to come in at 155 kilograms, which is 342 pounds. If that feels good again, I'll jump up slightly more. I mean, target wise for the meet, I would like to hit 100 I'd be happy with 165. My PR is 165 kilos, which is 364 pounds. I'd be happy with that solely because, like I said, it is harder in a competition. Basically, bench pressing in a meet is definitely a lot harder than bench pressing in a gym. Now, although I feel like I've got more in me than that PR, if I could do that in a meet, I'd take it and it would be a big meet PR. So again, I would most certainly take that. And then finally, the deadlift. Now, this one is where I'm still kind of umming and ahhing because the meet I did, again, if you haven't seen it yet, watch it, the link's in the description. It was just a disaster. Like, what I did not factor in is that obviously my CNS was going to be fatigued after the previous attempts, you know, the squats and the deadlifts, the squats and the bench, sorry. And so I ended up just bombing out. I did my first attempt and then the second one, didn't get it, tried it again, didn't get it. So I'm thinking I will come in somewhere in the region of 240 kilograms, which is 240, 529 pounds. So possibly slightly lower. What I'll do is literally warm up out the back and decide. If I'm feeling really good, I'll come in there. If I'm not feeling so good, come in slightly lower. What I do find with the deadlift is that I need to go up in smaller increments. Whereas with the squat, I'm happy to go up in a big jump and I feel good and I feel ready to go. Deadlift, I need to have that lift in me. I need to be confident that I'm going to pull it off the ground. So I like to go up in smaller increments. Yeah, and the second thing is obviously I'm going to be, you know, neurally I'm going to be fatigued by that point, so I don't want to. Ideally, again, I'd like to be able to hit a PR on my second attempt. So the plan would then be, if it feels good, as with the squat, go for 255 kilograms, which would be 562 pounds. If not, maybe slightly lower. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So I would basically, overall, my targets for the meet are, if I'm being not conservative, I'm being realistic, and something I'll be happy with, that I think I can definitely do, that is also realistic for me, would be a 255 squat, kilos wise, sorry, so a 562 pound squat. I'll be delighted with that, and I think I've got it in, I'm confident I've got that in me. Again, a 562 pounds deadlift, so a 255 kilo deadlift, which again, based on the PR I did recently in the gym, I know that's within me. And then, like I said, with the bench press, only because it is different in a meet to do it in the gym, I would like to hit a 165 kilo bench. I'll be happy with that if I get that, which again, pounds is 364 pounds. Now, that in total would give me 675 kilograms, which would be 1,488 pounds. So 1,488 pounds, which I'd be delighted with. I mean, that would be a massive, massive improvement from my last meet. And yeah, I'll take that. I mean, in terms of gym totals, I think I've got that in me right now for sure. Obviously, like I said, I keep saying this, doing it in a meet is very different. But I mean, what I found with the last one is that, particularly with the squat, I was, you know, obviously the adrenaline, I'm one of those guys that really thrives on adrenaline, having people there watching and just that kind of competition environment. Obviously being deloaded as well, I'm going to be fully deloaded. That should hopefully allow me to go and get that. And if I do that, I'll be absolutely delighted. And I've also, in preparation for that, I've brought, I've brought 3,000 pounds of fireworks and a gigantic, what do you call them? Ferris wheels, a Ferris wheel and rope. So what I'm essentially going to do is tie myself to the Ferris wheel, get someone obviously to operate it, just train someone up, they can come and do that. Just tie loads of fireworks to myself, and then obviously, assuming I hit that total, just get someone to light them all. And obviously I'll just be spinning around the massive Ferris wheel, probably on fire, covered with the fireworks. So I will, I imagine, receive quite severe burns, but the spectacle will be incredible. And I guess the main thing there is the message that kind of gives. You know, I am delighted with my performance, but I don't want to count my chickens and all that kind of malarkey. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. That pretty much sums that up. I will endeavour to get the meet footage up as soon as I can. Obviously, I'm competing on a Sunday. I would have thought I won't get back till till fairly late. So if I can get it up kind of early next week, I'll do that. But I will keep you posted on that front. And that's pretty much that, guys. So please like, comment, share, subscribe as always, and I will see you tomorrow.